Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. In this video, I've got 5 foundational comic books that I am investing in. This is the first of Phase 2, the Silver and Bronze Age Foundational Collection. Hopefully you guys are excited. Here we go. Thanks to the sponsor of this video, it's the Shortbox app. It's the easiest and safest way to buy and sell graded comic books online. There's a link in the description below that lets them know that I sent you. Download the app for both Apple and Android devices and start shopping today. All right, we are back with the foundational comic book collection. This is the Silver Age. So I actually have written down in the description of every single one of the foundational videos what a foundational comic book collection is. So foundational comic books is a phrase that I came up with. So make sure to use it when you're in your LCSs. Ask for foundational comic books and see what they say. And say, one of your favorite online personalities and friends, Alex, has come up with this term. So this should be a universal term. So foundational comic books is a phrase that I came up with to describe universally recognized comic book keys. These are comic books that will increase the overall eye appeal of your collection. They will increase the overall value of your collection, but it's not dependent on speculation. These are forever books. These are books that I've always wanted. These are books that I've always looked for. And every single person that looks at your collection will also identify these as key issues. So these aren't speculation driven. They're not hot one week and gone the next week. These are forever keys. So hopefully you guys are pumped about this. Now, some of them may be popular because of movie spec, but it doesn't matter. They've always been keys. So we're going to get straight into it. These books are incredible, and these are brand new books to my collection. I haven't gone into my collection and then pulled out books. These are brand new books to my collection. Here we go with the first book. The first book is one of my all-time favorites, one of my all-time favorite teams, and then one of my all-time favorite first appearances. This is Fantastic Four, number 45, the first appearance of the Inhumans. I have been trying to buy this book again, buy it back. I've had several copies of this in the past, but I don't currently have one until this issue. I've tried to pick one up from STL Comics, from their Instagram posts, and someone beat me to it within minutes of them posting it. This is the first appearance of the Inhumans. What a great Jack Kirby cover. What a great Stan Lee story. This is incredible. My copy right here is probably a 2.5 to a 3.0. As you can see, there's some fraying from the back cover. It's complete and it's got some folds on this side. So I would call this a 2.5 to a 3.0, maybe 2.5. I would say more like 2.5. The nice thing about Fantastic Four 45 is its first appearance of a great team introduced in the Silver Age. And this book you can have for under $200 in 2.5, 3.0 graded condition. So I think this is a great book. For $150, you could probably get this thing raw, and it's an amazing key. I don't care if the TV show sucks. I don't care if Inhumans aren't really in the plans for the MCU. This will always be a cool book, and it's a blessing that it's under $200 and not a million other collectors are after the first appearance of the Inhumans. It means it's affordable for me because I love the Inhumans, and I'll take that book every single time. Another comment about foundational comic book collections is you could fill your collection with hot books of the week. And I'm talking about Superman, Batman number 8. The reintroduction of Supergirl, Kara Zor-El. I love that book because I love that run. I love the cover, Michael Turner, but I am not going to go out right now and buy that book. I'm going to find it in the dollar bin. The rest of these books and that book that I showed, foundational comic books, are ones that it doesn't matter. You can fill your comic book collection and in 2 years, you're like, I've got this really cool Michael Turner cover. Reintroduction of Supergirl. I wish I would have had Action Comics 252, the first appearance of Supergirl. So my goal is I want to fill my collection with books that I'm going to love and be proud of in 10 years. When all the hype around the reintroduction of Kara Zor-El is over, I will have these cool books that I've always liked, that I always have thought were cool, and I'll be really proud of my collection, and it'll be worth it. I didn't go out and chase the weekly hot books. So here's the next one. It is Avengers number 43, the first appearance of the Red Guardian. Red Guardian is an awesome character. We did see this character in the Black Widow movie. We'll also see this character in the Thunderbolts, but it doesn't matter. It was a great portrayal. It was an awesome book, but this has always been a cool key. This is like Russia's Captain America, so it's a pretty awesome character. Really love this one. This is about a 4.0 to 5.0 condition. Nice thing about this foundational comic book collection is you can get some of these really, really cool keys for under $200 or affordably. So relative and compared to other keys, especially hot keys or movie spec keys, this one is pretty darn cheap. 120 bucks, 150 bucks. You may even be able to sneak this one for $100 in raw condition. So those are graded FMVs. So this one's just a cool book. It's a forever key. The first appearance of Red Guardian, maybe $120, $150 in that 4.0 to 5.0 range. Definitely another great foundational comic book. This next book is hot. It's hot right now. This might not be the time to buy it, but at some point keep your eye out for this book because hopefully it'll come back down to reality. And it's not like out of reach by any means. I mean, a 3.0 is $150 graded. And we're talking about low, affordable, entry-level books that you can still have in your collection and be proud of. But this is Tales of Suspense, featuring Captain America and Iron Man, number 94. This is the first appearance of MODOK. There is some beat up spine there. So this is probably a 2.0 grade. Got it pretty cheap. And if you're curious what I paid for these books, I got them all together. These 5 books I bought them all together. There was one price given and I could break it down into, I paid $100 for each book or whatever, but I don't really want to do that. So I don't quite know what I paid. I know what I paid for the whole group of them. So if you're curious what I paid for each individual book, I won't be able to provide that information, but just know that, if I broke it down, maybe $100 per book. And then the last one, a little bit more, obviously, because it's a little bit of a better book. But Tales of Suspense, number 94, the first appearance of MODOK. Now, this book is hot right now because of the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania movie. But I remember when this book was like a $30, $40 book, maybe $60 at the most. Then it's jumped up quite a bit because of the movie hype, but it hopefully should go back down. 3.0 is about $150. You should be able to pick this book up raw for, pretty good, maybe $100 sooner or later. MODOK is a cool character. There he is on the cover. Cool character, has always been a cool character. My kids really liked him because of, there was some cartoon Superhero Squad back in the day, and he was one of like the main villains because he was kind of goofy. And my kids really like that one. So probably about $150 for $150 to $180, maybe a little bit more expensive for that one for a 3.0. So hopefully that helps out when you're looking for that. Before we get to the last book, I want to just thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoy this series, and I really intend to do a lot of these videos this year and also do some of the live footage where I'm searching out comic books. I did some footage when I was hunting for this one, but I was more focused on getting in there, finding the books, and then getting out as quick as possible. Didn't really get as great a footage as I wanted to, so I'm not going to include that, but I want to do more of those type videos this year. But if you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified when there's future videos. The last book up is a big book, and I'm so happy to have this one back in the collection. At one point, I had 3 copies at one time, all graded, really cool books. This is Fantastic Four, number 48, the first appearance of Silver Surfer and cameo of Galactus. This one has some issues going on up here, just some chipping out of there and some spine splitting. Yep. As you can see, it's kind of folded over there. No big deal. The main image of the comic book is really solid. I would say with this issue up here, I would call this a 2.0 and just be done with it. I'm pretty confident that it's probably a 2.0 or maybe just a little bit higher. I mean, a presser might be able to fold that over and get it to look nice. But either way, first appearance of Silver Surfer, controversial hot take, but this is my book of preference. If you're talking about 48 and 49, this is the one that I like. People say the 49 is a better cover, and it's got them on the cover. I love the anticipation. I love the nervousness on this cover. I love the Watcher just kind of prepping everyone for what's coming. The Fantastic Four clutching each other in fear. I think this cover is the better of the two. That's my personal opinion. And I love the fact that this is the first appearance of Silver Surfer, who I like better than Galactus. No big deal. Galactus is still awesome. So it's like saying, I love pizza. I love pepperoni pizza more than I like sausage pizza. I love them both. I'll take both. So anyways, Fantastic Four, number 48. This book is going to be pricey. So even in low grade, even in a, 3.0, it's going to be $1,000 to $1,400. It's going to be crazy, but it's still a book worth picking up right now, or, worth picking up at some point. We know that Silver Surfer and Galactus are probably coming to the MCU because Fantastic Four are coming to the MCU, and it would be awesome if they incorporate these people, but there's been no announcement. So maybe if you save up, if you really want this book, I'm not saying to go out and buy it right now, but this is definitely one that has always been cool. And memory of being a kid, I would always see this book and like X-Men #1. So these as a child were like the 2 pinnacles of collecting. the first appearance of Silver Surfer and the first appearance of X-Men. Those were the two books that I thought were the coolest. And it was this image right here that I would always go to. That's it, you guys. These are the foundational comic book Silver Age books that I'm starting with. Hopefully you really enjoyed this video. Once again, if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. Thank you again for clicking play on this video. Hit that subscription button if you would. Once again, you guys hit that thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all on the next video. See ya. Bye.